Imagine a bread so incredibly soft and so unbelievably fluffy that every piece just melts in your mouth. It's buttery, garlicky, and loaded with melted cheese, soft, stretchy, and irresistible. The kind of bread that fills your whole kitchen with that rich, buttery garlic aroma. And once you make this, everyone will ask for more. So get ready, because this is your next pull-apart journey. This bread, it fits for everyone and anytime, and that I know. So let's start from the beginning. First, we're cooking the garlic, because that's where all the flavor comes from. Here I've got about 200 grams of peeled garlic. Now just put all the garlic into a small pan and pour enough oil to completely cover it. Then cover the pan and cook on low to medium heat, not high. We want it soft, not fried or burnt. While the garlic's cooking, let's activate the yeast. Today, I'm using active dry yeast, so I need to activate it first. Here I've got 1 cup, that's about 250 milliliters of milk. Warm it up in the microwave for about 45 seconds to 1 minute. Make sure it's just warm, not hot. Now pour it into a small bowl. Add some sugar. Then about 1½ teaspoons of yeast. Give it a nice mix and set it aside for a while until it gets nice and foamy. While the yeast is working, let's check our garlic. Look at that, perfectly cooking, slow and gentle. Let it go for another 15 minutes or so until the cloves turn soft. All right, now let's move to the flour. I'm using 400 grams of bread flour. That's around 14.1 ounces. Always weigh your flour. It really makes a difference. Now sift it well and add ½ teaspoon of salt and give it a good mix. Then just keep it aside, because our garlic is almost done. Look at this, beautifully cooked, soft and full of flavor. Let it cool down, then blend it later into a smooth garlic paste. Now let's look at the yeast. See that foam? That's exactly what we want, perfectly activated. If your yeast doesn't activate, there might be a few reasons. The milk could be too hot or too cold, or maybe your yeast is expired, or it's been sitting open for too long. Now, into that yeast mixture, crack in 1 egg and whisk until it's smooth and well combined. Now, slowly pour that yeast mixture into the flour and start mixing. You can use a dough whisk or just your hand. As you mix, feel the dough. If it looks too soft, add a little flour. If it feels too hard, splash in a bit more milk. It's better to adjust now. It'll make things much easier later. You can see here. This is the kind of texture we're looking for. Once everything comes together, it's time to knead. A little workout time. Today, I'm kneading by hand. But if you have a dough kneading machine, go for it. Start on low speed, just to combine everything, then slowly increase to a low-medium speed, around 3 or 4. It'll slowly turn soft and smooth. Push, fold, turn, and repeat. If you feel tired, take a short break, and continue again. After about 4 to 5 minutes, it already starts feeling nice. Now, add your soft butter. This butter is what makes our dough silky and rich. It gives that beautiful texture. Keep kneading. How long? Well, depends on how strong you are. Usually around 12 to 15 minutes by hand. That's perfect. Once the dough feels smooth and elastic, stretch a small piece and check. If it stretches thin without tearing, you've nailed it. That's the window pane test. Now, let's rest the dough for 1 hour and let it rise. If it's winter and your kitchen's cold, just turn on your oven for a minute, then turn it off, and place the dough inside to rise in that gentle warmth. If you leave it out on the counter, it might take a long time. While the dough is rising, let's make our garlic butter. Take your cooked garlic and put it into a blender. Add a little garlic oil. That helps it blend smoothly. Now add some chopped parsley. A teaspoon of chili flakes if you like it spicy, salt to taste, and a bit of black pepper. Finally, add some soft butter. Make sure it's soft because that will blend easily and make the mixture creamy. Now, blend it up just the way you like it. If you prefer it smoother, blend a little longer. I like it with a bit of texture. Not too fine, not too chunky. Perfect for spreading later. Alright, just look at this dough. Soft, pillowy, and full of air bubbles. Beautiful, right? Now it's time for a little punching, just to release that air. Transfer it to your workbench and we're ready to roll. Grab your rolling pin and gently roll it out. Not too thin, just smooth and even. We want every bite to have that perfect balance of garlic, butter, and cheese. Now spread that rich garlicky butter all over. No empty spots allowed. Make sure every inch is covered. This is what gives that deep, irresistible flavor. And of course, cheese. You know I love adding more. What about you? I think you do too. Today, I'll show you 2 ways to make this bread. First one, roll and cut. Second, our favorite pull-apart style. For the first one, once you've spread the garlic butter and cheese, roll the dough gently, but not loose. Then cut it into even pieces and arrange them in your baking pan. Now, cover and let it proof for 45 minutes to 1 hour. While it's proofing, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 360 degrees Fahrenheit. Once it's beautifully risen, bake for about 30 minutes, and your kitchen will smell absolutely amazing. Now let's do the second one, the pull-apart one. Once you've spread the cheese, cut the dough into even smaller squares, just about the same size as your baking pan. Now stack them, one on top of another. Arrange them neatly into your mold, like little layers. Cover it and let it proof again. Once it's done, brush a gentle layer of egg wash on top. That's what gives that golden, glossy finish after baking. Now into the oven it goes. 30 minutes of patience, and soon your kitchen will smell like pure heaven. Just look at this masterpiece. Golden and crispy on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, with that melted garlic butter hiding in every single layer. This is the kind of cheesy garlic bread that makes you forget everything else. That first bite, buttery, garlicky, cheesy, absolute perfection. So, how's the recipe? You like it, right? I know you do. If you enjoyed it, give a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family who love cheesy garlic bread as much as we do. Try this recipe at home and let me know in the comments how it turned out for you. And don't forget to subscribe for more soft, fluffy, delicious bread recipes. Until then, enjoy every bite.